What's it like living with schizophrenia?
Living with schizophrenia right now, where I'm at in my journey, honestly sometimes feels like a roll of a dice when I wake up. Some days I struggle a little bit more with my hallucinations. Some days I struggle a little bit more with my scattered thoughts. But what gives me hope is that I'm a lot farther along in my treatment from when I first started. Those days that I struggle, there are fewer days and farther in between.
How did you feel when you were first diagnosed?
When I was first diagnosed with schizophrenia, it didn't really come as a surprise. I've had psychosis symptoms for as long as I can remember, but I was scared when I was diagnosed. I was scared of how people would perceive me.
What would you tell someone who's struggling with symptoms and they're not really sure what's going on?
My message is not to let anyone, including yourself, get in the way of getting proper medical treatment. It is not only your choice, but it is also your right.
What's been the hardest part about living with schizophrenia?
Both the most difficult and also some of the more rewarding is, well, really the interactions I have with other people talking about the diagnosis. For those that are accepting of it, it's made me feel more comfortable with my diagnosis and made it easier to accept it. But for those that stopped being my friends because of my diagnosis or treating me differently because of schizophrenia, that affected me more because I honestly care more about what the real voices, what real people say, opposed to the hallucinations inside my head.
Are you afraid of things getting worse?
I think anyone living with a chronic health condition worries about the future, worries about changes in treatment, worrying about the progression of the illness. With me though, I'm maybe just a super optimistic person. I have a lot of hope for the future, and I'm not going to let myself dwell on that.
Can you think about any positives to having schizophrenia?
Living with schizophrenia has really changed my life, especially when the symptoms became more progressed. I think that we have a lot to offer the world when it comes to diversity in the classroom, diversity in the workplace. I think that I'm a better problem solver because of my schizophrenia. When you have to question reality every single day, I think that makes you change how you view the world.
What would you tell someone who is struggling with this illness and feels alone?
I want you to know that you're not alone. There are many people in the world just like you who live with psychosis. And this is why advocates around the world are gathering together to make sure that we are better representing our community.